Is up, everybody? Welcome to a kind of a first so kind of like a story video. I'm just gonna be playing hardcore Minecraft while I talk about it, but so this kind of is really not gonna be edited. It's gonna be like a song in it, but it's not gonna be edited really. Maybe some background music for like a vibe, but like this kind of just like a story. This is like the story about how I almost died in real life. So, I've told this story to, some people in chat IRL, not IRL, but like in a stream before. But just for those who haven't know about it, I'm going to like, give like a, kind of like a brief story about it. So I say about, it's like 7 years ago. It was 7 years ago. How many years has it been now? I'm thinking now. It's been a while. It's been so long. I think it was 6 years ago. Like actually 6 years ago. Yeah, it was 6 years ago. That's right, because a year before COVID. Okay, so technically what happened was I was watching TV in my mom's bedroom, my mom and dad's bedroom, and all of a sudden the bottom of my stomach started hurting a little bit, and I didn't really say anything about it because I was like, because I was always told I have a zero tolerance, I have high tolerance for pain, my bad, high tolerance for pain, and I was trying not to act like I don't have it anymore. But then it got to the point where it was so bad, I told my mom, and at first she gave me some Pepto-Bismol, and said it was probably just a stomach virus, go use the bathroom and stuff like that. So I did. Nothing happened. And a couple hours later, she thought that it still was a stomach virus. So she told me to go lay down and take a nap. I did. And I actually fell asleep for the whole night. Cause this happened like around like close to dark, so I just fell asleep for the whole night. After that, I woke up, stomach was still in pain. Then my mom finally was like, okay, there's something wrong with you, so we're gonna take you to the doctor. At first they took me to like a small clinic, and they said they don't have the things to help you, to like see figure out what's wrong with me, so they recommended me to like an actual doctor somewhere. So I went to a doctor. We waited for like 3 hours in the waiting room. Finally we got in there, and they did like, and they did like 20 freaking test things on me. It was weird. I remember they had like, I went through a couple of scans, stuff like that, and then like they did like a bunch of type of scan things, x-rays, stuff like that. They did x-rays, and they couldn't figure out what's wrong with me. And the doctor finally came there, and because there was no doctor at the time at the hospital, so they had to call him and get out of bed, come look at me. So he came out there, and I need to find a village. He came out there and started feeling around my stomach and make sure everything was like okay. And he started feeling, and he was asking me like he pokes my stomach yet. He wanted to know where if there was any pain from it. Ooh, big ravine. He started poking around, and finally he touched my waist, or a little spot on my waist, and all the pain I'll never forget this feeling. All the pain from my stomach went away and shot into that one little spot on my waist. And then he said, okay, I think I know oh my god. He said, I think I know what the problem is. Look at this. Oh my. That's it's a big opening cave. It's not like the deepest cave I've ever seen. So he said, anyway, he said, I think I know what's wrong with you. I don't think we've tried a CAT scan on him yet, so we're gonna get a CAT scan, which is technically kind of like an MRI. Spear. So he got me a CAT scan, and for some reason the results took a while to get back. So they had me in the hospital bed in there, and then finally he came back and said, "Okay, we know what's wrong with him. And my mom, let me do this, like." No disrespect to my mom. I love my mom. She thought it was like a normal stomach virus. She couldn't know what was going on. The doctor came there and said, okay, his appendix is rupturing, and he needs to get to the hospital. He needs to get to the hospital in nearby city immediately, or he's going to die. And it was at the point where it was like bad, like I was going to die like the next day. That's what they were saying. So they said we're gonna rush on an ambulance, but when they went out there to go when they called a paramedic, the freaking ambulance. I don't know. Still don't know to this day, but they couldn't get the paramedics in our town. Like they couldn't get an ambulance in our town taken to the city, so they had to call a paramedic team from like a whole different town 2 hours away. And then when they finally got here, they loaded me. I stayed in that hospital room for like 2 hours waiting to get there. And when they finally showed up, they loaded me on there, and we started to drive to our nearby like city. That's like maybe 4 hours away from here. So we it was a long drive there. I had my little Amazon Fire tablet at the time. So I played that the whole time, and I was like showing the paramedic the games I have on there. So I remember that was a fun one. I got there, they put me in this little special room, this little glass special room where I watched TV, and then finally they loaded me in the elevator in the hospital. This is inside the city hospital, and I went up there. They put me in there. I sat in there for 5 hours as they were prepping for emergency surgery, and like. I was in there, and they came back finally and said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and start moving him, and we're gonna start getting ready to put him out, like as in like they're gonna make me go to sleep for surgery. So they put me on the bed, they started rolling me out there. I get to the area where they put you to sleep, and they even showed me a picture of the surgery room. I thought it was really cool. I wanted to see it, never got to see it though. And for some reason, when they started putting the stuff in me, but this doesn't make me go to sleep, I got really emotional for some reason. I don't remember why. I remember this vividly. I got very emotional, thinking I was gonna die in the surgery, because I was like watching at this point in time I was watching Chicago Medic. So like, I got it was a black I didn't realize. I was getting very emotional, like really emotional, and I was like, can I call my dad? Can I call my grandma? I want to say goodbye to them. And I was like, okay. My mom was like, I think I had my mom like very scared, like not scared, but like I think I had like very like, I don't know. It was just that's a horrible blacksmith. But anyway, so she let me call them. I said hi to them, and then like as I was like on the phone with them, I remember this so well. I remember when I was watching SpongeBob on the little hospital bed thing beside me. I looked at it, and I remember it's like the TV was like in colors, like I could barely see it, and they started moving me, and then just like that, I went to sleep. I woke up them loading me on the elevator coming out of surgery, and I was just like, I was in from surgery pain from that. Like I was in some horrible surgery pain. Like you know when you have surgery. Especially in surgery, you get sore really bad from that, and it takes like a while for you to recover from that. So I was like really sore, and I was in pain from that. And so they put me up on the freaking back of my room, and they kept me there for an extra 8 days. And the reason why they did it because my appendix was rupturing whenever they got me down there. So like they were checking out to make sure nothing bad happened because they told me I would have been dead over the next couple of hours if I haven't if we haven't gone to the doctor and not seen about. Because by the time we got, they said next day, but by the time we got down there, they said within within the next like maybe like 10 something hours, like 10, 9 hours, I would have been dead. But thankfully, the surgery went well. They kept me there for an extra 8 days. I just sat there with my mom 24/7. My dad came by. He dropped some stuff off, said hi to me. And they weren't really allowing people in the freaking hospital at this time. I don't know why. I think this is when COVID was really starting to come around. I think this is when COVID was just beginning. So I think this might have been like early 2020. I need to remember when that date was. That's the one thing, I don't remember when this happened. I know my grandma was alive, because my great-grandma died in 2020. And I remember her still being there, but, like, the hospitals were being, like, restricted for letting people in. So I don't remember why. But I'll have to ask. I have to ask about, I'll have to ask my mom about that, because I really don't remember the date. I'm just telling y'all what I know for sheer memory. But yeah, they had me all checked out, and they brought me back to they brought me to the cafeteria a couple times. That was really cool doing that cafeteria. I felt like, what's it called? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so after the 8 days, my dad with his friend came and picked me up. We started driving off, and I was still sore from this. Like, I was still sore. And oh wait, I just realized carrots. I was still like extremely sore, and they I was still sore, and they got me on the way home. They bought me Subway. Ate 2 bites of that sandwich, and then I fell asleep. And you know what the crazy part is? I fell asleep, right? I fell asleep in the car after eating 2 bites of that Subway sandwich, and I put it down back in the bag. I woke up, we were about home, like, we were, like, 5 minutes from our house, and my mom made the Subway sandwich. I was gonna eat that, man. But it's fine. But anyway, so I got home, I got to lay on the couch, watch TV, had the whole living room to myself. But it took I think it took, like, a couple weeks to recover from the surgery, but then I was all better, and then I was back to my life as a child, running around. At least when I used to run. I just have to roast myself, and you said I just have to roast myself. Okay, well, that's technically the story. Hope you've had a great time listening to my story. I'm just trying this out as a little piece of content, a little story video while I do Minecraft things. Be sure to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications, and oh yeah, be sure to also subscribe to my friends, Nova, Amora, Spyro, and Wolfie Spoon. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.